recorded.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this regular meeting of the Vader City Council. It is Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. The time is 6:05 p.m. Roll call. Here.
Jason Daly.
Jason Daly.
I'm here.
Randy Hall.
Here.
Here.
Michael Ferguson.
Here.
All right, we have a quorum. Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Ferguson, will you be honored?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor's report. There is still a vacancy on the planning committee. Interested candidates, please inquire at City Hall or contact myself. The state audit for 2023, as you're aware, last year we had an administrative audit. This year we are going to have another audit. This was triggered because of all the grant funding that we got last year. So once you get, I don't know, do you know, Lisa, do you know what the cutoff is for the amount of funding that you get? I don't know, say millions. Once you get a lot of grant funding, they automatically do an audit. So, and they make you pay for it. So anyway, so there's a state audit this year. We've had the first meeting this week. They should have the whole audit though wrapped up by the end of September. So, and I believe they're going to be contacting either the audit folks or City Hall will be contacting all the council members for an entrance conference as well. So there'll be a big get together for that. Winlock interlocal agreement for wastewater services. So as you're aware, the city has interlocal with Winlock. Their folks will come down if we ever need to do a sewer line inspection. This October, we have a conflict in vacation between where both John and Bill are going to be out. Apparently, lots of people go hunting in October. So anyway, so we're going to need a little bit of coverage, and so we're asking Winlock if they could have maybe one of their employees come down, do that little bit of testing and check on things while our employees are out of town. So their employees are receptive to the idea, so is their mayor. So their council will be taking a look at this at their next meeting and hopefully approving it. So, and it'll be good for backup. You know, if we have an issue with our wastewater operator, if he's not around, we'll have another person that's certified that can come in. So it'll be good. Law enforcement. I've got a meeting scheduled next week with Lewis County Sheriff and his representative on upcoming coverages and costs. If someone on the council would like to be there, I believe it's Thursday, just a little round table talking about that.
Next week.
Yeah, it's at, the time is 11 a.m.
Thursday the 3rd.
The 27th at 11 a.m. So obviously we can't have more than a couple council members there, otherwise we'd have a quorum and can't do that. So, but if one or two of you would like to be there, that would be wonderful. Required council training from the state. So there should be an email coming out on the 31st of July that everyone should be getting. It will come from an email address that's from AWC RMSA local gov.u. It'll look a little funky, almost like spam. In fact, sometimes it does go to your spam folder. So be looking for that, and it'll have links on there about how to log into the site and do some of your training renewals. Yep. PUD broadband. So last meeting, Ms. Parsons brought up that. I think it was bumming around the meeting. I got a hold of Willie Painter with PUD. He said that they're going to be opening the bidding for construction in January, with construction in the beginning of the summer of next year. So I think we were talking about this year, and it is next year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit longer. I know the city had another internet outage this week.
Couple times.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
it
turned
is.
the Wi-Fi off on my phone. I just use my phone's internet.
Yeah, it'll be good to have another alternative to CenturyLink. All right, any members of the council have anything to report?
Oh, man, I just want to send some positive thoughts and energy to the firefighters and people that are working that Nippon fire there at warehouse in Longview.
Oh, the paper mill fire?
Yeah, I was down there today and the whole south side of Longview, all the way to the I-5 is just smoke.
I was driving home last night, I hit Woodland and I was like, wow, where's the wildfire? And then I saw it coming out of downtown Longview. It's like, oh my gosh.
They're getting it under wraps.
Huge. Any other council members have anything to report? Agenda approval?
Make a motion that we approve the agenda for July 19th, 2023.
I have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve the agenda as written. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Ferguson. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Minutes approval.
Motion that we approve the minutes, meeting minutes for July 5th, 2023.
A motion by Mr. Ferguson to approve the minutes for July 5th, 2023. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Parsons. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Voucher approval.
Make a motion that we approve the end of July vouchers of $19,345.15 for amended and the amended first of June 2023 of $33,453.40.
For Parsons to approve the vouchers as written. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Ferguson. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Special reports. I don't have any special reports tonight. Mr. Morgan, did you have any special reports tonight? Just observer, just an observer?
Looked like it was a hit.
All right, moving on to city business. Item number 1, council to consider nomination for the vacant city council position 1. The term would expire towards the end of November 2025. The date is would be whenever that particular election was certified. So it's usually right before Thanksgiving. That's too much information right now. As far as I know, we still only have one person submitted interest. Is that correct? All right, we have only one letter of interest.
Let's see.
The way this would work, if anyone is interested, they would nominate someone, anybody, that person included if possible, to the position. Once we have a list of nominations, then we would take part in a vote on the person.
I make it, we've got everybody, right?
Yep.
I make a motion that we nominate Janet Charlton.
We have a nomination from Mr. Parsons for Janet Charlton to fill the vacant council seat. Are there any other nominations that any other council members would like to do? I'm actually required by law to ask 3 times if there's any other council members that have any other nominations for the vacant position. I'll ask one more time. Are there any other council members that would like to nominate anyone for the vacant council position?
I'll nominate Janet Charlton for the vacant position number 1. We gotta fill this empty seat over here.
All right.
Be quiet.
So I'll close the nominations. So we have one person nominated. Can I have a motion to appoint?
I'll make a motion that we appoint Janet Charlton as city council position number 1.
We have a motion by Mr. Parsons to appoint Janet Charlton to the vacant council position. Do we have a second?
Second. Second. I'll
Okay, Jason
second.
and Randy. Oh, Jason, did you just second it? I'm sorry.
I did.
All right. We have a second from Mr. Daly to appoint Janet Charlton to the vacant council position. All those in favor of appointing Janet Charlton to the vacant council position, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations to Charlton. She was unavailable tonight. She had a previous commitment. She was volunteering with a wrestling tournament tonight. So thank you to her and her volunteerism. She'll have many more chances to volunteer here at the city council coming up. So we'll let her know. And then hopefully at the next council meeting, she'll be here and we can swear her in.
Awesome.
So congratulations. Moving on to item number 2, council to consider the contract amendment with SCJ Alliance. This would be to include the Growth Management Act grant work and the water receivership work. Unfortunately, that contract is not ready yet. They're still bouncing it around between our attorney and their people. So we'll have to table that until the next meeting.
Talking about the water.
Yeah.
Did the county extend?
They have not gotten back to me yet.
Oh, really?
In a few weeks, so I'm gonna have to poke at them again. A little on the slow side. I know that the county just got a new manager. Probably if you've been following the paper, they just replaced Eric Martin with a new manager, so the person's probably getting their
Bearings.
bearings. So I'll follow up with them, make some introductions. Moving on to item number 3, council to consider awarding a contract to Something More Creative, Worden Park accessory installation. So,
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Can I suggest that we move 4 up to 3?
absolutely,
Not a bad idea.
we can move to item number 4 instead of 3. Sure. I don't think there's any rules saying we can't do that. We'll postpone item number 3, move to item number 4. Council to consider agreement with Riderwood for use of public works equipment during their centennial celebration. So Riderwood has asked if they could use some of our stanchions and road barricades and things like that. Riderwood's been a great friend of the city recently, helping us out with some things, and so we put together a little agreement. You can probably see that in your packet.
Is this
Good, all
need a
agreed.
motion?
Yeah, we got a motion to approve.
Need a motion.
I motion that we approve the agreement with Riderwood to use our public works equipment during their centennial celebration.
A motion by Mr. Ferguson to approve the agreement with Riderwood. We have a second.
Second?
Seconded by Mr. Parsons. Discussion?
Everything will be inventoried and labeled
Should have a list.
City of Vader.
Should have in
And
your packet.
Yeah, there's a list in your packet you can see.
is John going to be checking it out? Checking it in?
Kristen probably will.
Kristen. Those are my only questions. I don't know what we got.
That's what the county did with me. I borrowed, what did we borrow? We borrowed road closed signs or something like that for the 4th of July, that one year. And county just said, there they are right there, sign them off.
Perfect.
All right, there's no other discussion. All those in favor of approving the agreement with
This
Riderwood?
is the last of that table, Janet.
Aye.
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 Randy, I didn't hear your vote.
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving back to item number 3, council to consider awarding contract to Something More Creative for the Worden Park accessory installation.
Something More Creative is my business. I'm the licensed general contractor in the state of Washington, carry a Vader business license and all the appropriate qualifications for the project. So I was requested to assist with it. I'm gonna have to recuse myself and exit the building at this time. So I
Thank
wish
you.
everybody a good day. I'm gonna sign these vouchers real quick.
So as Mr. Ferguson said, his company is Something More Creative. There are some state RCWs regarding hiring your own elected officials to do work. In your packet is the state statutes and our attorney's opinion about for one, the limits. It needs to be fairly small amount of work. Also, it can only be
Really small.
so it's correct. That's actually written in the RCW is very, very small and really small. So, which seems kind of gray to me, but they have actual numbers less than $18,000 and things like that. So, thank you for Mr. Ferguson for stepping out. It's been really hard to find to get calls back from contractors to do what we would call relatively small amounts of work. Mr. Ferguson says his company can handle it, and there's nothing wrong with hiring him to do it. And once again, this is grant funded through the last bit of the RCO park fund. So hopefully everyone got a chance to look at that.
Make a motion that we approve the agreement, award the contract for Something More Creative for the Warden Park accessories.
A motion by Mr. Parsons to award Something More Creative with the Warden Park accessory installed contract. Is there a second?
So,
Seconded Mr. Hall. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Randy, I didn't catch your vote again.
I said aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I think
All right.
that
Bob, you were going to say something?
yeah, I think that it should have went out to bid and process. That's I mean, it should go out. I don't know about getting people to bid on it or whatever, but it should go through the process. And I think he's a good contractor. I respect him so it doesn't have anything to do with Mr. Ferguson. Just has to do with the process. So thank you.
Thanks, Bob. All right. Any other public comment for tonight? Any elected officials have any comments tonight? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned at 6:24 p.m. Thank you, everybody.